what's wrong with Piastri. So I think Afolabi and Mr. Johnny believe that Piastri's gotten a little too confident. But they showed his telemetry at the race yesterday, all weekend this weekend. He was on the throttle too hard and too soon on those slow corners, and he wasn't waiting for the car to rotate. That's why he was making a lot of mistakes. And my question is Piastri like Verstappen, where he needs those high downforce settings and high speed tracks? That's the way how he drives. And when he's on a really slow track, he doesn't have the right rhythm. Even Verstappen, who's great, doesn't have great rhythm on slow speed tracks. It's like these guys, and someone said it. They said slow speed tracks are to help people who don't know how to drive beat people who know how to drive. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not the driver anymore; it's the car. Which is why I said that's why I say Norris will have the advantage over Piastri on high speed. When you're on high speed track, then it becomes about your skill and your ability to rotate and with the pointiness of the cars. So it seems like Norris was having some problems. Like I said, too hard on the throttle, turning in too soon. Those are the things you do on high speed corners. So that might be what's affecting him. Stella said that his rhythm was off, and at low speeds the McLaren car acts kind of strange, and he wasn't used to adapting to it. So that might be a theory. But even that wouldn't explain why he didn't do well in Imola. No, in Imola he did. No, he qualified well in Imola. He qualified well. So maybe his qualifying problem on slow tracks, because it seems like Norris is getting his advantage on slow tracks. Australia, Norris out-qualified him. The only slow track that he qualified Norris on was China, and I think also Bahrain. So that might be the problem. But he also has a problem with graining. We saw how his tires wore out, and he had to stop 14 laps in Imola. So he might have a problem of, number one, not doing well on slow speed corners, and number two, he's reverting to his style when he's behind. He doesn't drive very well when he's behind and grains his tires. So he's the opposite of Norris. He might need to start off in P2 to win races and qualify. What do you think, Afolabi?
I think I agree with you. Let's not forget that Piastri, in many ways, is still a rookie, still very young and inexperienced. He's just a talented driver. And if you look at the Monaco circuit, it requires a lot of strategic precision, and Piastri's weakness in qualifying really exposed him there. So in as much as Piastri is still a very talented driver, he's still, I think he's still behind Norris in terms of experience. And so people should realize that in spite of the fact that he's ahead of the development curve, but he's still relatively inexperienced, and he needs to put in all his ability to, get himself psychologically. I think there's a weight of expectation on top of him.
Yeah. So, like I said, he started taking it too seriously. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Lorato?
Yeah. I think, Monaco was a challenge for him. He did sort of accept that he hit more objects this weekend than he did in his entire career. He was sliding a lot in that car, so I think he really had trouble trying to push and contain the car in sort of like that slow speed track. So I don't think he'll have a problem in Barcelona per se. But we'll see. Yeah. I think he should be comfortable there.
And there's another problem with rhythm. It's just like in piano. If you're playing a certain type of song 30 times a week, then they give you a new song, your fingers will still be playing the other one, the muscle memory.
Muscle memory.
Track.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah, his muscle memory might be a little bit messed up. See, we're coming up with some high level theories now on our show.
Yeah.
I think he had problems adjusting to this type of track. So, and this is where Verstappen is good. Verstappen has been driving so long that he can shift different types of tracks, even shift different types of sectors of a track. So Piastri will learn.
And I think that the challenge this weekend, trying to beat Max, will be trying to beat him in that third sector. He was unbeaten in that third sector last year, in spite of Norris and Piastri and even Leclerc sort of beating him.
Yeah, but sector 1 and 2 aren't so bad for him on this track, though. It's not like sector 1 and 2 on a really tough track like Monaco.
But I'm saying the third sector when all their tires are dead and everything, Max is the one who always sort of pushes past that limit, or he's able to sort of contain his.
McLaren has such a big advantage on tires, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I think that the tires are going to get. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I think that is one of the problems that maybe the flexi wing might present.
We'll
in terms of not being able to manage those vortices around the tires as well, unless they've really thought about a solution around it.
Yeah, I finally put the track again. Let me take a look at the third sector.
Oh yeah,
so I can see what it looks like. Yeah. Well, by that time the tires will be. So this is going to take technique. Guys are going to have to be able to know how to drive that thing without messing up that. Which one is the third? The which one? I feel like which one is the third sector?
Yeah,
it's the yellow. The yellow.
Oh yeah, that's kind of slowish, but it has those S's, those double apex that Verstappen likes, and then it goes straight into the there's a straight. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, usually you would expect McLaren and them to do well, especially Norris, by the time they get to that third sector. But
yeah,
I don't know what it is about this track that Verstappen knows what he's doing, man. All right, so Mr. Johnny, what were your thoughts on what we were talking about Piastri before we head out?
Yeah, I think we all said it all. As in, he wasn't like I thought said the experience. The experience was lacking in
Monaco.
In Monaco, yeah, he was.
Even though he did well last year, he qualified second, I think. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but you could see it. He wasn't really comfortable at all. He kept on kissing the walls left and right. So he needed maybe he just wasn't feeling too good. So
yeah, but I also get the feeling that he doesn't do a lot of sim and technical stuff. Most of his advantage over most people is he'll take a few cues from maybe his guy Mark, whatever that guy Mark Webber, or he has a good psychological approach. But maybe he needs to do a lot more work on his technical ability. Yeah, that's what it seems like.
As soon as he got started on free practice one, he never got out of the practice sessions.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
I think he's going to be like a bat out of hell in Spain. I'm sure he have a lot of what is it? How they call it? When you pull a elastic. Yes, he has a lot of potential that's still kinetic energy still stored. So I think he's going to
potential energy. Yeah.
So when he comes up in Spain, he's going to be like in Spain. So that's that was.
And these guys, they don't realize, man. Those guys, they keep on being friends. Piastri and Norris are going to end up causing problems for themselves, man. They need to get all this stuff about that we're friends. And they need to get serious about this shit, man.
They're really going to be battling themselves, as in that's for sure. Even if it's for second and third.
I mean, I still believe one of them will win the championship this year, but we'll see. You never know, man. If Verstappen wins this year, hands down the best driver of all time.
Of course, no way around. The GOAT, without a doubt.
If he wins this year, nobody should ever mention anybody else's name, man.
Yeah, that's true. This would be a real, this would be the first time.
Even without it, but this one was consolidated. This is crazy. This is mythological. I haven't seen this type of mythology in F1 ever, man. Because all the other guys, even Schumacher, they were always winning with the best cars and everything. Verstappen, he's like flying an airplane with one wing and landing it okay. Like in World War II, your plane is on fire. Oh, don't worry, I'll do this. The only guy close to that was maybe Senna. Yeah, Senna was a psycho, man. All right, so take another Paul Abi.
Yeah, another brilliant Formula One show. We've been discussing the Spanish Grand Prix, and we'll join our fans from around the world to analyze the race this weekend. From Lerato Mustafa and Mr. Johnny, it's bye for now.
Yeah, so that's it for this week. So, Mr. Johnny, I'll see you on Wednesday for F1 in the morning.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.